Okay, in this video I'm going to tie a Calvin shrimp. So this is a size 10 Patriot hook in the vise, and I've already tied in a tag of oval silver tinsel. So I'm just going to start here at the tail. It can be tied with Arctic fox or bucktail or whatever you take a fancy to, but the original was Arctic runner, so I'm going to use a wee bit of Arctic runner in the tail. Stay with the original pattern. Just take a pinch off of the red and keep some of the longer guard hairs in. Keep the tail, bottom part of the tail here is about 1 1/4 the length of the hook shank. So set it in and tie it down. Just leave this waist on at the minute until I get the centre part and the top part of the tail. So the middle part of the tail is orange, and again it's Arctic runner. So take a pinch of it off and again leave your guard hairs in. You can pull a wee bit of the underfur out just to thin it out slightly. So the centre section of the tail is probably twice the hook shank. So you want to tie it in on top of the red 3 or 4 turns and just make sure it's sitting the way you want it to. For your next part, there's originally angel hair used in the tail, so once you've tied your orange section of runner in, a few strands of angel hair, and I'm going to be using, this is the Future Fly, and it's Midnight Stars the colour. It's like a blue, magenta, silver and like a pearl mixed. So pull out 3 or 4 strands and double them over. And tie them in on top of the orange runner and then fold them back. These don't need to be that particularly even, you can just cut them to different sizes, different lengths, and if there's a couple of long ones it doesn't matter. For the top section of the tail, the third part, it is Arctic runner again, and it was usually magenta, but on this one I'm going to use this as actually a purple, so I'm going to use this instead. I have magenta here. It's the magenta there, and that's the purple, so I'm going to use the purple. And it is the same length as your red, so it's about half the length of the orange. So pull a wee bit of the guard hair out, or the underfur out, and then set your pinch and loop. Try and keep it on the top. Take round a couple of securing turns. So we check. Happy enough with that. A wee bit of wax on the thread. And continue halfway down the body, at which point I'm going to lift up the tail ends of the Arctic runner and trim them at a slight angle, so you don't have a great big step off. At the next point it's sort of going to gradually taper it down there. If you can see that, it's tapered down. So that's the tail. It looks quite bulky, but the runner slims down quite a bit in the water. So that's the tail done. For the rib on this, I'm going to use medium medium UTC Mirage, and so cut a length of it off and tie it in. I just like to tie it in underneath or to the side, whatever you prefer. Take it right down to the back, tied up against the tag, and for the body in this, it is a mix of yellow light bright and red seals fur, if I can find it. Really not organised, folks. Where is it? So that's it there. It's yellow light bright and red seals fur. So take off a pinch and start to dub it onto your thread, and start it off tight at the tag again. So get your first turn on and get the dubbing caught, and then you can tighten it up as you go along, twisting it as you need to. And at the head, leave yourself a bit of room, because there's 2 hackles, a wing and jungle cock to go in. So I would leave about that distance there. And don't worry about a few straggly bits of seals fur, you can tidy those up or just leave them. So at this point, wind your rib up. What I like to do is super glue the back of the rib, so that when you wind it onto the seals fur body it actually sticks. So I'm going to just run a wee smear of super glue on, and then go ahead and rib the fly. Probably talking 3 turns. Say this is a size 10 pate rate, so catch that in and trim away your waist. This part is the wing, which is, I'm using orange fox. So take a pinch of fox and trim it off. Pull out a wee bit of the under fur, and just length of it's just sort of halfway into the purple, or 2/3 into the purple or magenta part of the tail. Catch it in with 4 or 5 turns. Trim away the waist and tidy it up. You can put a wee bit of flash in the wing if you want. I'm not going to bother. Your first hackle is orange, so I'm just going to pick an orange hackle off this Chinese cape, which has seen better days. I have a genetic hot orange cape coming from Lakeland tomorrow, so I'll be using that. Tie it in with the tip and trim away your waist, and I like to just introduce the fold with the back of the scissors into the hackle. So touch and turns and fold the hackle as you go. Fold the hackle on. Sorry, this camera's focusing in and out. Better. And once you get probably 3 turns on, catch it down and trim away your waste part of the stock. Some people put the jungle cock on now, or you can put it on at the very end. I'll put it on at the end. So the next hackle is a red badger. A badger dyed hot or bright red. So I'm going to select this is a wee saddle. So I'm going to tie it in with the tip and just pull away the fluff at the bottom and leave the tip. Pick a well marked one with a nice black centre. So tie that in with the tip, a few good securing turns, and trim away the tip of it, and then fold your fibres and wind your red badger on. A couple or three turns again is just take your time with it, and once you've it wound on you can tie it down, trim off your waist. At this point, see how small a head there is at the minute? That's what happens. Leave plenty of room at the head. You're better with a bit more room than not enough. You don't want the head or the thread starting to bulk up and come over the eye of the hook, especially if you want to tie it as a turtle knot. So at this point I would select 2 jungle cock feathers, which I have 2 here, and strip away the flue or the fluey material at the bottom to leave you with 2 eyes like that, and tie one either side. Tie my side in first. And you can tie these whatever way you want. Some people like them longer, some people like them shorter, some people like to tie them in straighter, or it's just up to yourself at this point. So I'm happy enough with that. And your wee waist ends, just double those back and tie them down. At this point I'm just going to see if I can focus this camera in again. There we go. At this point I'm just going to whip finish that. This is just 8/0 uni thread, so I'm going to just brighten the head up a wee bit. Just trim away your stalk ends of the jungle cock. And this is Glow Bright Floss. I think it's crimson. So I'm just going to cast this on. And brighten the head up a bit. You have to excuse this is my first video, so I'm a bit slow and I'm concentrating while trying to talk, so and I knew that was going to happen. Break the thread or break the floss. Try that again. My hands are too rough for floss, so catch it in again and flatten the thread out a wee bit, and spin it anti-clockwise and open the floss out. Once you've built up a head that you like, just whip finish. 3 turns, and tighten the whip up and trim. At this point you can put a coat of varnish or super glue or resin, UV resin on the head. This is just super glue. So that's it. That's Calvin shrimp. So I'll try and do a few more videos and I'll be better prepared the next time. Thanks very much for watching.